So Moog, or Moog, however you want to call it, have released a pack of 7 plugins, 7 MoogerFooger plugins, which are an emulation of their famous MoogerFooger hardware effects plugins, and they look fantastic. So what I've done here is I've put together some samples, some drum samples, some bass samples, some more full samples of keys and that sort of thing, and some extra drum samples, and an entire song which I have created but not released, and we will be able to hear things like the filter over an entire song to see how that is going to work. Now, the beauty of a VST plugin is automation. You can obviously do automation with the effects as well, but it's a lot harder. It's much easier to write in the effects for the plugins. You don't need so many cables. So what they've done is really interesting, and I think it's going to be really popular, to be honest. The thing costs about $149 today in 2022, which, considering you're getting 7 plugins, is pretty insane. And in addition to that, I'm using a 7-day trial version, which gives you full access to all of the plugins. So you may as well have a go yourself. I'm going to put a link to the trial in the description so you can have a go yourself, but I would highly recommend you check these out if you want some really cool, interesting plugin options. Now, the one I want to go straight to is the filter, because Moog is famous for their filters and we may as well give it a shot. So let's just drag that in here and listen to a song which I've just put together, and I'm going to then apply the filter to the song just to see how it sounds over an entire track. Let's give it a go now. The song's got filter on it, already on it, auto filter from Ableton, but we're going to try adding this one to it now.
Love's overrated, it only hurt. This is the last time that I fall for your beauty. Make this shit work, but when it all comes down, I'm left in the
That doesn't sound too bad. Let's try a bit of resonance.
when you're gonna get me high. Cause there was a time when we made love all night. When you're gonna tell me, when you're gonna
And we've got a 2-pole option and a 4-pole option. Let's try the 4-pole now.
You're not a savior, you never been. This is the last time.
So the 2-pole sounds a bit better for me. We've got a drive option. It just makes it louder, I think. It just gives a bit of saturation.
Every time you're touching me, I'm going
Output, we won't touch that.
when you're gonna get me.
Amount,
When you're gonna get me high. Cause there was a time when we made love all night. When you're gonna tell me.
it gets a bit loopy when there's too much, so we just default it back to the middle. We can even do less than half. Follow rate, let's try fast. It's a bit harsh, so we just reduce the fast down a little bit. And overall mix.
You and I, like diamonds explode in the sky.
So overall, for a full track, that is sounding pretty good. I don't know if it's better than a Moog, but I mean, it is Moog, but you know what I mean, the hardware Moog. So I think it sounds pretty good. And what's really cool is the ability to automate all of these functions. I'm not going to show you that today because there's so much to go through. So we'll try it now against a drum. So just listen to that. Let's try it against a bass. With extra resonance. Four-pole. Just increase the drive on that. The drive does make it sound pretty fat. That's a fat sounding bass. Pretty nice. Let's listen to the filter on the piano. This one's quite bassy, so I'm going to just reduce the drive a bit. Two-pole. That drive is really working well. So let's just try it in a couple more instruments. This is more of a full sounding instrumental here from Soul Surplus. This is from Splice. Sorry, this one. There you go. So this mix is really nice. It's a blend between obviously the original sound and the filtered sound. So that could be really useful, especially for automation. Very nice. So yep, the filter's good. That's definitely a green tick for the filter. So we're going to go right to the top here and check out the cluster flux. Oh, did I say something wrong? Cluster flux. Let's give that a go on the same sample. Well, that's pretty loud. Let's just reduce the drive there. Oh yeah, this is nice. Just increase the timing of it. Oh yeah, this is really good. Just change from flange to chorus. Yeah, this is rivaling the Valhalla plugins. Really, this is really good. This might just be worth a purchase just for this. I love cluster flux. Look at the control. Look at the control you get. Just reduce the amount. We'll try another LFO. We'll try the sine. It really brings out that sort of wobble. Really nice. Let's try it on a drum patch here. Let's try it on this drum patch here. So we've got these different LFO options: square, sine, saw, triangle, and we have LFO sync. I don't think you're going to hear it much on the drum, so we'll try it on a different track. That's much smoother that way, and it just feels like there's an analog. It feels like it's going through an analog circuit, which is as good as it really gets, really, with these sort of plugins. We'll try it on one more instrument here. We'll try it on this Soul Surplus. I mean, you could just hear the detail much more clearly. So really, cluster flux is a green tick. So let's move on to the next one, which is Freakbox. This is the only thing I don't like with the O-Lock. It just keeps asking me to activate everything. So I'm just gonna. This is a trial. So there it is. So let's just play around with Freakbox, and looks pretty similar to the filter in the way it's laid out, but we will see how it sounds. So at this frequency here, right at the top there, we are just distorting it to death. Let's change the waveform again. We'll try triangle. Reduce the FM amount. Reduce the envelope. Increase the mix. Try different waveforms. All right, let's see what happens when you increase drive. Whoa. That's mental. Let's try it on drums again at the top here. And that is really bit crushing the shit out of this. That is properly crushing it. I mean, that is crunchy. The drive is the secret sauce here, I think. That just really brings out that loudness, but it's so clear. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. This is Moog. This is Moog using their analog circuitry. I mean, it's just got to be good. So, okay, that's enough for Freakbox. We're just going to remove that now and try Mirth. Again, we've got to press that annoying button. So this is definitely a different interface. Let's see how that's going to sound with the same drums. So we just mix that into top, and we'll try. So we've got different filters at different frequency ranges. Let's just reduce all of them, and it just keeps the volume on certain ranges. So that's interesting. And we're just going to increase the drive to make it super loud. All right, the different patterns here. Okay. Let's just start bringing other frequency ranges in. Let's reduce the mix. Reduce the rate. Try different patterns.
You've got me saying words in my head. Yeah. And it's the way that you look at me. Right, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, it ain't right, it ain't right.
That's mental, that.
Oh no, you're calling my phone. I'm being patient, but I'm all alone. Staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around.
Right, that's pretty mental, that one. So we're going to move on to the next one, which is the delay. So I think I know what I'm going to get out of the delay. So let's us continue with the vocal, and we'll use the delay for the vocal.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images, yeah.
Drive.
And it's the way that you look at me.
That is really clean, that drive. I love that
Makes
drive.
me feel like
Let's go long.
I can't breathe. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right.
Let's increase the feedback. That feedback should be the amount of time that the delay works for.
You're calling my phone. I'm being patient, but I'm all alone. Staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around.
Let's increase the rate there, and
When you're coming back
we'll sync that
around.
to the time of the BPM. The feedback's too long, that's why it's going mental. So we'll just play that again.
You've got me saying words in my head.
Let's try different
Filling
LFOs.
my mind with these images, yeah. And it's the way that you look at me.
Short.
Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right.
Some really interesting creative artifacts there for
You're
sure.
calling my phone. I'm being patient, but I'm all alone. Staying faithful, and I'll never know when you're coming back around. When you're coming back around.
Wow, that's crazy. Let's get that feedback down again, and we'll just just go back to that. I'm obviously obsessed with this vocal, but just some of the things you can do with it.
Filling my mind with these images, yeah. And it's the way that you look at me. Makes me feel like I
Let's bring the mix back in.
It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right.
I mean, that's more than a delay. That is super mental. So let's just go to the next plugin, which is the phaser.
You've got me saying words in my head. Filling my mind with these images.
That sounds really good. That's very smooth.
It's the way that you look at me. Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right.
We'll go higher, LFO there.
Oh no, it ain't right, right, right. It ain't right, right, right. It ain't right. Oh no.
That's taking it to another level for phaser. Let's use some of the presets. We haven't done that so far. Let's give that a go. Whoa, that sounds great.
You've got me saying words in my head.
That's beautiful.
Filling my mind with these images, yeah. And it's the way that you look.
We had a guitar sample. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let's try it on the guitar sample. I mean, that phaser is super impressive. I mean, just the quality of that sound is superb. Because you'd want to maybe use phaser for doing drum fills and that sort of thing. Let's just try and see if we can find another plugin, another preset. Yeah, so something like this would work really well. And then you'd change the output or the amount. Stun and kill. And you've always got that drive button in the middle. And resonance. Okay, so that's super, super impressive. One more thing I want to try is on the song and see how that sounds over an entire track, because I think phaser is a good use case for that.
Love's overrated, it only hurt. This is the last time I fall for your beauty. We tried our best to make this shit work, but when it all comes down, I'm left in the dark.
Nice. So last one we're going to try is the Ring mod, which Moog is also famous for. Their Ring mod is legendary. So let's try that against some drums here. So you just change the amount of LFO. You've got two shapes, you've got square and sine. And this is the amount, the rate, sorry, and the frequency that we are curving over. So let's get it really low. Bass. Try a preset. Let's try some samples here. Yeah, the Ring mod is quality. That's quality. Now let's just bring in a phaser with the Ring mod. Put the two of them together. So we have these CV inputs and outputs. So we could, for example, now connect the Ring mod, which is called, by the way, it's called the very unhelpful name of 102S, and the phaser, which is 103S. So we can connect the LFOs to each other. So I've just connected that to this. And I can let's connect the LFO. So these, you can see these are connected now. There is a lot of very deep possibilities in terms of what you can do. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know all of these, because this is the first time I've actually used the software and I've never ever used the hardware. I think this is definitely one worth playing with in terms of connecting the modular elements together. But if you just want an immediately interesting Moog high quality sound, these plugins will, for the price, they will surprise you how good they are. I would definitely give these a recommended purchase, simply because the price includes 7 of them. So we are literally talking $20 for each plugin, and considering the quality of them and what they're doing, they're basically, in my mind, a no-brainer. The other thing that's really important here is that they don't seem to be doing anything that the other plugins in the market do. So the delay, for example, it doesn't sound like the Native Instruments XT delay or the Valhalla delay. It just sounds like this weird Moog thing. And so it is a very creative, high energy sort of possibility. It's a very creative option. And I think if you are into sort of making your sounds really interesting, this is definitely one for you. So that's it for today. If you like it, if you've got it, what do you guys think of it? It'll be great to hear your comments. See ya.